Okay, so welcome back, and now let's do an example. So here we have an application. It says one section of the roof of a building is in the shape of a square pyramid, okay, with a side length of 28 feet and a slant length, or excuse me, a slant height of 13.25 feet. Okay. So this roof looks like this. Okay. So now it has a side length of 28 feet. So that would be this. And a slant height, which would be that, right? And so the slant height is 13.25 feet. Okay. So now it says a heat reflecting paint with a spreading rate of 150 square feet per gallon is to be applied to this section. Suppose we wish to know the number of gallons needed in order to apply 2 coats of this paint. Okay, so this is a great question, right? So this comes up, this is a great application question, right? We want to paint this section of the roof with a heat reflecting paint, right? And we want to do it in 2 coats. So we need to figure out, well, how many gallons of paint? Let's say this is a commercial job and we need to know the number of gallons because we're going to buy, let's say, 5-gallon drums of this paint, right? And then so obviously we want to know how many gallons of paint that we need. So a couple things. We need to, there's 2 coats, right? So again, important information to know, right? So each gallon, right? So 1 gallon of this paint equals 150 square feet of coverage, right? Now, also, we're going to do 2 coats of paint, which means we're going to cover the entire area, surface area of this roof with 1 coat, and then we're going to cover the surface area again with the 2nd coat. Okay, so what's the goal here? We need to find the surface area of the roof, and then we need to double that, right? So we're going to double the surface area, and then we'll have to convert that into gallons, and then that will be our answer. Okay, so there's our map to get to where we need to go. Okay, so first things first, we've got a square pyramid. Okay, so that's also another thing to keep in mind. We've got a square pyramid, which means all the sides are 28 feet. So we need the surface area, right? The lateral surface area. We don't care about the base. We're not going to paint the base, right? So the roof is just the 4 sides. Okay? So the first thing is we need the surface area. Okay? So the surface area in this case, if you remember, is going to be 1/2 times the perimeter times the slant height. Okay? So now we have the slant height, right? we can find the perimeter. So the perimeter is just going to be 4 times the length of one side, right? So the perimeter is going to be 4 times 28, which is going to be what? 104 feet, right? Oh, no. 112 feet. And so now, slant height is given to us here, 13.25 feet. And so all we have to do is plug these numbers in and calculate our answer. So it's going to be 1/2 times 112 times 13.25, which is going to be 56 times 13.25. Oops. Okay, and then of course put it in your calculator, and we get 742 square feet. Okay, so that's the surface area. Now, again, this is the amount of square feet of area, surface area, that we're going to paint. But we're going to put 2 coats on. So we're going to double this amount. So we can either, so 2 ways to do this, you get the same answer. We can either convert this to gallons and then double that amount, or we can first double this amount and then convert it to gallons. Doesn't matter. I'm going to double the surface area since we're going to do 2 coats. We're going to paint the entire surface area twice. So I'm just going to double the surface area and then I'll convert it to gallons. So let's do that. So the number of the square footage that we're going to cover then, so I'm going to write this as coverage, right? So the coverage for the paint that we need is going to be a total of 1,484 square feet. That's the amount of coverage we need from the paint. Now we're going to use that 1 gallon of paint covers 150 square feet. So if we want the number of gallons, all we have to do is figure out how many 150s go into this number, which is division. So I'm going to divide 150 into 1485. Okay? And again, you could do your unit analysis and use the unit conversion, the unit ratio, right? You could do it that way too. You come up with the same idea, right? So if you have 1484 square feet, right? And you use the conversion ratio, the unit ratio of 1 gallon for every 150 square feet, you get the same thing. So the square feet cancel and you multiply across and you get 1484 divided by 150, and this is going to be in gallons. And so you get the same thing. So now put in your calculator, and how many gallons do we get? We get approximately 9.89 gallons. So approximately 9.89 gallons. And so I would round that up to 10 gallons. So if you're buying 5-gallon drums, right, then you would need 2 5-gallon drums. But you're going to need a total of 10 gallons for the job. Okay? And that's it. Have a great day.